Have you ever heard of a vacation turning into a real-life thriller? Today we'll be diving into one of the most perplexing modern mysteries. Welcome back to Beyond the Hub podcast. I'm Nick.
And I'm Brandon. We're talking about the disappearance of Lars Mittank, a case filled with bizarre behavior and an eerie vanishing act that would puzzle even Chris Angel.
So sit back, relax, and join us for a story that will make you think twice about your next vacation. After all, this mystery might just leave you more puzzled than, well, a puzzle. Let's start off with a bit of a background on Lars Mittank. Lars was a 28-year-old German tourist who went on vacation to Bulgaria with some friends back in 2014. And by all accounts, he was a normal guy enjoying a holiday. But things took a strange turn after an altercation at a bar.
That's right. Lars got into a fight over a football match and ended up with a ruptured eardrum. The doctor advised him not to fly, so his friends went home without him while he stayed back to recover. Some friends, they are.
Yeah.
This is where things actually get weird, though.
So he started acting pretty strangely. He's sending paranoid text messages to his mother and expressing fears that he was being followed. So this behavior culminated in his sudden disappearance from the Varna airport.
Okay, so just imagine being in a foreign country, all alone, your friends abandoned you, and suddenly feeling like someone is after you. It's like something out of the movie Taken. But for Lars, it was very real.
I mean, what do you think could cause someone to act as paranoid after like a seemingly minor altercation? Like, could it be like a head injury, like a TBI, or is there something more going on? I mean, share your thoughts with us.
I think it's probably related to a head injury. I mean, what is that, schizophrenic, when you think that everyone's after you or something like that? But I also have my own theories about schizophrenia, like people hearing voices and stuff.
But could that like be an onset of getting a head injury, or is schizophrenia something you're born with?
I know head injuries are very hard to like diagnose with the potential repercussions of them. Like, it's such a wide array of things that can happen from traumatic brain injury. Like, you know, major league baseball players, the NFL football players, NBA basketball players, all of these, you know, professional athletes, they, especially UFC, I can't believe I left that one out, UFC and boxing, you know, after repeated head trauma, their ability to think rationally can sometimes get a little off track. Their ability to regulate and manage their emotions gets affected. I studied this a little bit when I took some psychology courses in college, but I didn't go too into detail about the brain injury thing. But at initial glance on this topic, on this story, I'm leaning towards he's acting a little weird because he got knocked out.
And with his eardrum, I mean, that could play a part with disorientation. And
something about the equilibrium, right? You know, with your balance being thrown off.
Who knows what? Because, I mean, no one, I don't think, is ever hit in the exact same spot, too.
Yeah.
Well, let's dive into what happened next at the airport. So Lars was caught on CCTV footage exhibiting extremely unusual behavior. He was seen pacing, hiding, and eventually running out of the airport without his belongings.
Without his belongings? If something had to scare him, like genuine fear, to just disregard his belongings and just beat feet out of there. But with that being said, the footage is strange. Lars is actually seen running out of the airport and disappearing into the nearby woods. And despite extensive searches, no trace of him has been found since.
You know, what's particularly baffling is that when he left all of his possessions behind, like his luggage, his wallet, everything. This isn't like typical behavior for someone planning to disappear voluntarily.
No. I mean, it could be if they want to like fake their disappearance.
Leave everything behind
And fake kidnapping so, you can go get a new identity, move to another country and or something. But that's like assuming a lot. I think it's almost like he was running for something or someone. Who knows? Someone or something. But what could have caused such a sudden and intense reaction? I don't know.
We actually have the footage and are about to play it for you right now.
Ooh.
Take a look and tell us what you can make of it.
What do you guys make of that footage? Do you think that Lars was genuinely in danger, or could it have been some type of paranoia? Let us know in the comments what you think about it.
I am leaning towards... I have no idea. Honestly, it looks like something scared him in there enough to make him run out. I don't know if is it all just an act?
That it could be, but that behavior seems like it's in accordance with what a schizophrenic, paranoid schizophrenic would be behaving like. They think people are following them. I mean, I don't really have experience with this on a personal level where I've interacted with someone who's a diagnosed paranoid schizophrenic. But, I've seen in media, Hollywood TV shows and stuff, this guy's schizophrenic, and that type of behavior is what they exhibit. They're freaking out and running away from some body or something that's getting them.
That they can see, maybe someone else can.
They can see, they can hear. We don't really know because we're not hearing or seeing the things that they are.
Yeah. Let's explore some of the other theories of his disappearance. Now, one popular theory is that Lars was suffering from a drug-induced paranoia. So there are claims that he might have taken medication for, his ear, and it caused a bad reaction.
That's interesting. Another theory is foul play. Some speculate that he might have been targeted by criminals or even organ traffickers. That sounds likely to me. His paranoid behavior could have been a response to an actual genuine threat.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah. The organ traffickers.
In Bulgaria.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
I know.
You go to the bar, you have a good time, get in a fight with someone, wake up in a bathtub, in an ice bath with your liver or kidneys missing or whatever they take. Your kidneys? Is it your kidney?
They
they'll take more than that, but
part of your liver, because they can
take part of your liver. I'm pretty sure that the Hollywood trope is you wake up in that ice bath with scars on your lower abdomen and you're like, oh, my kidney's gone. Oh no. What will I do? I don't know. I guess you can survive with one, right? Unless they take both of them.
The kidneys? Yeah, you can survive with one.
It's gonna be kind of unfortunate.
Yeah,
but you might have to get some dialysis. I think. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know any of these medical things. A doctor.
Doctor.
I meant doctor.
No, I said doctor. You said it right.
Oh man.
Well, hold on. There's also the possibility of what we were saying before, the voluntary disappearance.
Yeah.
Perhaps Lars wanted to start a new life and use his paranoia as like a cover. But this theory seems a little bit less likely given that he left everything behind, or it could also be in favor of that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I could see why you would think it's less likely, being that he left everything behind. And that's evidence that points towards genuine fear. But maybe he's just really sharp and wanted to disappear. And he's like, if I take everything with me, then they won't believe that I was kidnapped.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave everything what use are all of his old IDs and credit cards if he's going to be going under a new name? You know,
true.
He's just going to up and leave. But, you know, there's also the idea that Lars could have been suffering from a psychological breakdown, possibly triggered by the stress of the fight and being alone in a foreign country because his friends ditched him. I'm going to keep saying that.
His friends they did ditch him.
They ditched him. All right, you do good, buddy.
You got to heal up.
Heal up. Good stuff. At least one of them should have stayed behind with him. At least one of them.
Now, what's interesting is that there have been reported sightings of Lars in different countries, like different surrounding countries, but none have been actually confirmed. It's like he just vanished.
Yep.
I mean, did he? What theory do you find most convincing? Could Lars have fallen victim to foul play, or was it just something else entirely? We're eager to hear your theories.
This is really hard because we don't have much evidence to go off other than he left his belongings behind in the footage of him just leaving in a panicked hurry. Like he was fearful. So I'm going with being that he got in a fight, most likely has some, I am assuming this, but he most likely had some sort of brain injury. Maybe that could have onset some sort of paranoia. Maybe that's why. Maybe the drugs they put him on to help with his eardrum being ruptured, that could also have influenced how he's behaving a little bit. I'm going with that one. You know, unfortunately, I would love to believe the more fantastical things, but it's the vanished without a trace part that makes it weird. I think he just might have went on a psychotic break and snapped and just disappeared.
What if he recognized the person from the bar and they were following him around and he kept recognizing maybe those were the Oregon Steelers, and he went to the airport and the airport security was one of those people, and that's why when he saw them he freaked out because everyone's conspiring together.
That's like the lady on the airplane that saw the lizard person over the last year freaking out.
Not real.
Wait, what's not real? The lizard person?
No, just like what she says.
Oh, gotcha.
Not real.
Well, I mean, I honestly think that lady was either replaced by a body double, or they threatened her in some way, to make her keep what she really saw under wraps. Because I fully believe she saw something strange. Because she was acting in pure, genuine, fear and concern. And I believe she left her belongings behind on the plane.
Well, there's been like interviews with her, but it doesn't even look like her.
No, a little bit. It looks like her, but it looks like the Kmart version.
Yeah,
you know, the Dollar General version or something like that. So there's just something off. So I think that it's a separate conspiracy, but I think that there was definitely something that happened there, and they're keeping it under wraps. Was it what she's claiming, a reptile person or whatever, an alien or something? I don't know, but she definitely was freaking out for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't think there was no reason. And I also don't think that there was no evidence to believe that she had some sort of brain injury that brought that on. And she seems to be, at least in the public eye now, where we see of her, have her wits about her. She's completely fine. But like, think about it. If you're on an airplane and you look behind you to see who's sitting behind you, and you just see some reptile dude just like, or if their lips or something,
their eyelids like go like this,
or their eyes blink sideways, like
that would make me freak out too.
Yeah, I don't think you're just gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, I didn't see that." You're gonna be like, "Yo, what the heck was that? Anybody else see that?"
Just gonna drink my Diet Coke.
No, I'd be freaking out.
But despite years that have gone by, there's been ongoing efforts to find Lars. I mean, his family has kept his story alive, and there are still occasional reported sightings.
And this case has also garnered significant public interest, with the internet and amateur detectives poring over the details. Some have even traveled to Bulgaria themselves to investigate.
But this case remains open, and Lars Mittank, his disappearance continues to baffle everyone who hears about it. And it's crazy how quick someone can vanish even in our like modern connected world.
It's like a real-life ghost story, only with more questions than answers. The power of the internet has kept this case alive, but it also shows the limitations of our connected world in solving such mysteries. Have you guys ever followed a case like this yourselves? What do you think happened to Lars Mittank? Share your thoughts and any theories you might have. I personally have not gotten involved trying to find a missing persons cases or anything, but some of the other podcasters out there I listen to have been involved in, their search for Bigfoot turning into stumbling across a body that seems to match a missing persons case. Another guy, I don't think I've mentioned this guy before, his name's Shane Cashman. He has a new show he started up on YouTube called The Inverted World. And he discusses how he was actually involved looking for a bunch of, I think they were strippers or prostitutes that were going missing in Long Island. And it was like a serial thing. Like, it was happening a lot. And it was like the case to try to find these people and the case simultaneously, the case to try to find out who's responsible. And he was going deep into looking for these investigations. So that's like the internet working together, trying to find, there's this whole community of people trying to find out who this Long Island serial killer is.
They ever find him?
I don't think so. They're still actively trying to get to the bottom of this, like today.
There's this YouTuber that I see. I apologize, I can't remember his name. He's like a scuba diver, and he'll go and he'll recover these car wrecks that are like the police haven't solved yet. I follow him, so like he finds he actually like
finds the evidence that was missing,
and he finds them. Yeah. Like, he'll find the vehicles. Like, they'll say, "Oh, we think he went off here, but the police never investigated." He's like, "I'll do it." So he goes there and he finds it. And he gives these families closure. That's really good work. That's really brave work. He's putting himself in danger, not only just being out. I'm sure it's in large bodies of water, and you don't know what's in there. But he's putting himself in danger in that sense. But he's also putting himself in danger being so public with trying to expose the truth. Those who are responsible for such terrible crimes could potentially have a target out for him now. So salute to his bravery. Absolutely. But that is a wrap on our first episode in the Mysterious Disappearance series. Lars Mittank's case is a modern mystery that will leave us with more questions than answers.
Absolutely. And tomorrow we'll be diving into the case of Brandon Swanson. Definitely not myself, I promise. Another baffling disappearance that will leave you scratching your head. It's
going to be another intriguing episode, so make sure you join us. Your theories and comments fuel our discussions, so hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, click that little bell, and share your thoughts below.
And the exploration continues. We cannot wait to have you back for even more revelations. Don't miss out. Episode 2 airs tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you're new here, check out our previous series where we attempt to unravel other mysteries. The link will be in the description below. Make sure you stay curious and keep seeking the truth.
Until next time, this is Beyond the Hub Podcast, where the realms of the paranormal and conspiracies collide. And the truth is waiting to be unveiled. We'll see you soon.
Take care, everybody.